everyone, and welcome to my Synergy Lab, and I can assure you, this is going to be the best Isaac video, the best Synergy, the best experience you will have in at least the next couple seconds or so. Like, I mean, statistically speaking. Unless somebody just ran at you with a fresh tub of ice cream while I was mid-sentence, I hold that to be true. And if I ever let it go, then lies it becomes. That would be weird if you could only tell the truth while you were holding an object. But either way, we'll talk about lies later. Or will we? We have been booster packed, which means we have the angelic prism eclipsed by the moon. This thing is, well, it's glorious. It absolutely is glorious and a very deserving item to make it into the game. And as you can imagine, it opens up, well, a fair amount, you know, a fair amount of synerginess. So for now, we're just going to enjoy it, you know. As with new items, we're just going to have a floor where we explore its depths, we see what it's got to offer in its color splashiness, and we just enjoy ourselves. We really do. So you know how a while ago, and by a while ago I mean like a couple of days, I mean by a couple of days I mean like a week, maybe like 2 weeks. I'm not very good at time, but you know, a while ago I was, wait, no, we're just going on a loop here. I said one of my housemates randomly bought a hot tub out of nowhere. Well, that happened, and it's here. But the thing is, I've been so busy recently with so many things. It's just ridiculous. House stuff, channel stuff, life stuff, driving stuff. I've not been able to use the bloody thing for like a week after it got here. So the other day, I finally got round to using it while there was a few people in it, because it's a 4-person one. Still, who randomly fucking impulse buys a hot tub? I mean, obviously, you know, all of his housemates are pretty happy, but that's just like, what? Who has hot tub money? Either way, I went to finally get in it because, you know, let's not say no to a thing while I'm still here before I lose access to it. And well, initially I walked up to it and kind of, well, I mean, tripped a little and kind of fell in before I could really ask with my towel. So that was a good beginning. That was a good beginning. But I arrived myself, sort myself out, sit up, and everyone's like, "So how do you like it? You know, you like this hot tub?" And my response is to just and submerge myself underwater and stay like that for as long as I can physically hold my breath. And while I realized at the time, well, no, I didn't realize at the time. I realized later on, kind of silently walking over, tripping up a little bit, half falling in, getting my towel wet, then fully getting in, then immediately submerging myself for as long as I can do until it hurts so much that I need air, probably looks like I just take when I fail really seriously. Like, I wet my towel, which sounds like a bit of a euphemism, but that's fine. I wet my towel, and in punishment I must drown myself. For I have sinned against the honor of my family. We pride ourselves on our dry towels, as we have for generations. Our house words, dry is the towel that wipes skin. It's the best I could come up with, if I'm honest with you. That's the best I could come up with. So, what we're going to do now is kind of set up, well, the main basis for this synergy, I think, and to that end we're going to grab Loki's horns, Mum's eye, and start firing tears from just downright everywhere. Yes, indeed. And we're also going to grab just a little bit of damage, just a tiny smidge, just a happy lump is what we're going to go for. So obviously they were like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I was like, I just really like being underwater. And you know, I think I might have said something along this line before to you guys, but it's just something I can't explain it. I just love being submerged underwater. But actually, no, I feel like I can explain it, because it's kind of the entire point that sensory deprivation tanks exist, right? The idea of just the world melting away and you just being in a floating void of nothingness, barely any sound, you're almost weightless. It's cathartic, isn't it? It's just this lovely Nothing matters right now. Nothing matters. And I really needed that. I just didn't really think about how it would look if I effectively tried to drown myself in front of 3 people. I think that was my main going wrong point here. I think that's something I needed to consider before I got in. So, yeah, basically, moral of the story is if you like being underwater, just don't do it without warning someone, and don't do it in a confined space of a hot tub. I think that's what we're learning in today's video. It was really bad because obviously hot tubs aren't massive. While I was underwater and oblivious in my own world, I just obviously was drifting around the place. When I got in, everyone was nicely spread out, each with like 25% of the hot tub, you know, it makes sense. And then when I finally broke the surface like a majestic whale, well, that's probably a poor way to describe this. I looked and all 3 of the other occupants were huddled together in, well, a corner, if there was a corner in a circular thing. And were looking at me like confused, yes, but also what the fuck? 'Cause apparently I'd just been slowly drifting around with the water and my body had just been pushing people together because they didn't really know how to react to the situation. So not only did I try and effectively to them drown myself out of nowhere in front of them and force them all into a corner out of sheer awkwardness. So basically not good first hot tub impressions. Alright, let's get a little bit more serious right now. So we're going to grab the box of friends and then we're going to go get the familiar that is the milk. And I guess that's not serious per se, but more on the boring side. And yes, you might be working out where this is going. I mean, no real points for that at this stage, but that's okay because this, oh, it gets good. It gets so very good. But we do need a certain amount of hearts. Yes, sorry. And the thing with this one is it's very easy to end up mini-mushing it and ending up really small and trying to disappear again, because it's really quite good just to have color blasts coming from seemingly nowhere, but it depends how much you like having an invisible head. You know, it's a difficult decision to make. So what we can do now, of course, is get ourselves a load of these and end up in quite the colorful situation. Is this not awesome? And this isn't even slightly how this is going to end up, I will have you know. Not even slightly. We've barely even begun yet. But the thing is, there are so many ways to use this item in phenomenal effects. It's just, oh, it is good. I think it genuinely might be in contention for my new favorite item to Synergy, because it's just, oh, it is brimming to potential. But you know what sucks? It's warm again. It's bloody goddamn warm again, which means I have to suffer once more. I have to suffer once more. And the thing is, while recording a video, as you know, I've talked about this a lot, but, you know, I am English, and I will complain at every available opportunity. And I feel like, because of my fan, it's bearable when my fans are. But obviously, while recording, you guys don't want to... Hello, everyone. My name is Rage. Welcome to the Energy Lab. Today we're going to do the PRISM. Can I just say, that was a pretty good impression of someone talking while a fan is on, considering I was making both sounds at once, unless it was bad and I'm just really overestimating myself there. But I felt like that was really good, right? Like, I'm not going crazy. That was not horrible. Let's get some color bursts going all over here. Yes, indeed. Oh, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing to me. But it basically, you know, to tie into the underwater thing, because yes, we're going full circle, whenever the fan's on, it feels like I'm breathing. Whenever I turn it off, it's like, okay, here we go. Alright, how long can I go before I need to breathe again? So it's like every now and then during the video, I just like need to mute my mic and just turn the fan on full blast and just be like, oh god, okay, it's back. I mean, I don't actually do that because it would be a little bit noticeable, you know, not gonna lie about that, but it really makes me think that's what I'm gonna do, and it's an experience. It is definitely an experience. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Alright, Big Horn, you are going to get destroyed presently. Because the thing about this energy is it's not actually crazy powerful yet. It will get crazy powerful because, of course, I mean, it needs to get crazy powerful as I waggle my mic up and down because I think it was at a wonky angle. And yes, we'll not talk about that. But let's stop messing you around, okay? Let's get to where we are well, actually, no, I think I'll mess you around for one more floor. I love laughing like that, especially at children's parties. Okay, so we're gonna grab a couple trinkets just to see what this looks like. This isn't even part of the initial plan, but I do kind of want to see what this appears like. I think we can all agree to that. In fact, the boss is literally here, so I feel like that's not too much of an issue. Alright, I'm not sure how ooh, okay, no, I kind of like this one. Just sort of color bursts coming from everywhere every now and then. I think that's got mad potential. Yes, that's got mad potential in it. Alright, looking good. And let's see how the boss... Well, I guess I need to do like... Oh, come on! Well, we'll do this room, and then I immediately regret my decision. I mean, it's not like it's going to be a problem, but I do immediately regret my decision. I absolutely cannot stand this room, and now I've got to slowly whip them to death, and it's just not effective. Actually, it's surprisingly effective here. They were stuck and just getting hit really nicely, but based on my position, I could have left them there forever. That's actually probably the first practical use for that item I think I've seen, so fair enough. Alright, boss, what are you? Dark One? Good old Dark One. I'm gonna actually use some bombs. I was going to use some bombs, but he decided to not explode on them. Come on, man. Please, just let me bomb you. Is that so much to ask? Apparently it is legitimately too much to ask. He dodged that one so specifically. Fuck you, dude. I need to drop my trinkets. I can't hit him like this. It's just not tenable. Oh my god, that's so bad. And there we have the exact opposite example where those trinkets are just hilariously unuseful. No, it is unuseful. Is it unuseful? I mean, it's not inuseful, but not useful? Maybe unuseful isn't specifically a word. That definitely could be it. Alright, there we go. Let's head on. Well, let's see what a devil deal would have been. Wow, that's a chunky devil deal. No, not you, Satan. I'm sorry. Don't destroy me. Oh, alright, so now you've seen where this is going, and we have arrived on the necropolis. What we're initially going to do is get rid of these trinkets. We just don't need them, and then we're going to go over here and get a little bit mini mushy smaller. Yes, we are just a tiny little bit, just ever so slightly. Don't want to be crazy, but I like being a tiny little blue dot. And then, the item you're probably most wondering about with this, it is brimstone, because, well, look at that. Is that not awesome? The actual proper color split. It is so cool. And the thing is, at night, it's not bad. Look, you see the little glowing particles once it's finished. That's pretty damn nice. But obviously, we're going to turn this up to 11. We're going to really give this quite the little boost. But to begin with, we're going to simply grab ourselves Polyphemus, just for a little bit of damage. And by a little bit, I mean for a lot of damage. And then we're also going to grab ourselves Shielded Tears, and then that will do for this floor. Well, to be fair, we could expand it a little bit quicker. I don't know, I kind of want to go all in at once with this. Well, we'll see, right? We'll see. It depends. I mean, we could end up not. We could end up doing it. There's just so many possibilities. The world is rife with choice, and we have the potential to be the best. What would this item room have been? Awful. I'm so glad this isn't a proper run. Alright, let's actually get some... I was about to be like, let's actually get some cool colors this time. And of course, immediately... Oh, there we go. A slight little colory burst at the end. Not as big as I would like, but I'm going to have to make do with it. I'm going to stand by that choice of words. You may be thinking, why? And I may be thinking, you're right to think that, but, you know, you got to commit to something, alright? You ask anybody, no matter how poor the situation is, I have an uncanny ability to commit to it, alright? You will not blubber. You will not blubber me, alright? I am too smart for your kablubbers. You whale people think you're all that with your thick, fatty shell. Well, you're not. What if you were in a pool? Yeah. Someone actually said to me the other day, why do whales actually die when they're beached? Because they are mammals and they breathe air, so in theory they would just sit there stuck. But as it turns out, they dry out and then they just die. So that's the answer to that. I expected that to be a longer discussion, if I'm honest with you. So what we want now is some significant, well, firstly, we want some significant defensive upgrades. So let's just grab a little bit of health, yes, please. I might even get myself some PJs. I think PJs would be quite a nice little addition here. There we go, grab them all lovely. And that technically makes us slightly bluer. So now what we're gonna grab is Tiny Planet, because this does some very cool stuff to the prism. Are you ready? It missed. It missed the prism. One set. There you go. You saw it for a moment. Let's get some more out so it's more apparent. Okay, here we go. Boom! Is that not awesome? And we are going to turn this up even more. Do not worry yourself, my friend. So, we're going to grab a little bit of immune to explosion. We're also going to grab this circle of protection, because it very nicely just paints the path that the prisms go round. And I think that's very, very nice. There are technically 2 items, well, no, 3 items left that I would consider... That's it. That is this synergy done. But the thing is, it's already so cool that for once, I'm actually going to finish the synergy on the womb floor. Just because, I mean, it's just amazing. Like, it is. And color everywhere, doing wonderful, yes, wonderful things. And the cool thing is, because we've taken the damage of Polyphemus to actually make this kind of destroy, what's ended up happening is we're completely countering that tears down via the use of generating the synergy anyway. So it's just really a huge win-win, which I think is fantastic. I love myself compound value. It's just excellent. It really is. Isn't that right, mother? Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Alright, I guess I'll take Midas. I'm not too worried about that. And then it's time to properly get this going. Do we really only get 4 per? That's like nothing. Oh wow, okay, we're gonna actually have to get some legitimate tiers. I, for some reason, distinctly remember this being better. Well, look at that! Alright, let's wait for each one to spawn, and then it should just go absolutely mental. Why am I so off-center? There we go, it's a little bit better, but just look at it. It's just like, doesn't know where it wants to be. It kind of reminds me of a dragonfly darting from this place to this place, from hither to thither, which are both fantastic words. Yeah, you golden fatty! One never thought that you would get to a point in one's life where you could utter the phrase golden fatty, but I suppose something new doth happen every single day. Yes, come on, Boss Rush, see if you can get rid of my lovely color wheels, because I don't believe that you can. No, I don't believe even you, a Haunt who has every room to dodge or not go. Oh wow, Def actually did fairly well there. Good on you, Def. Good on you. The others... Oh, okay. Alright, that was fairly unfortunate. That's fine. Let's just do a little bit more. Because obviously with this many prisms, I mean, it looks cool even when we're not doing it. But then we get to this and we start to see some really cool stuff. But we can turn the darkness up even more and make it extra work for this, and we do that with one little addendum later on. Come on, you couldn't die. The actual damage from Circle of Protection is so terrible, but then again, it is supposed to be a Circle of Protection, not a circle of shove it in somebody's face and then they die. That's a distinctly other item. In fact, what's the closest to that? I would say Tech X, I think, is the closest to shove the circle in the face and watch the death happen. I think so. Oh, and there we go. Is that the final wave? It is the final wave. Look at that. All right, let's roll on when hey, there we go. How the hell did I miss the goddamn exit? That is something else. All right, let's fully top this off. So, we're going to grab ourselves some tears, because my god, do we need some tears. We want to get as low as it will let us go before it's like, yo, you can't get any lower. There we go. 40 does seem to be the cap. So, in fact, I might as well get some cancer. It will help a little bit with the situation. Just one day. Just one day. So we are going to get ourselves Tech 1, which you may have predicted, but Tech 1, of course, gives a really lovely wriggly look to it, like it's a laser worm trying to escape, and that is fantastic. And the thing I really love about this is once it's finished firing, there's these lovely little color flakes in the air that, of course, are not really appearing right now, which kind of sucks, but for the most part, they like to appear. They're normally red on normal brimstones, so you don't really notice them, but on the colors, they're a lot more apparent. And, of course, we are going to get ourselves rubber cement, so we can really appreciate this. For example, that is how it's done. You see briefly on the floor the color flecks everywhere as the lasers go down. It almost looks like someone set off a bomb in a ball pit. I think that's the best way I can describe this, which, now that I think about it, is really not the best way to describe this. Is it, Mr. Fred? Is it? Or are you just lying to me? Get ready, and... Wait, what? He dodged it! He bloody dodged it! You monstrously clever little individual. What of our angel room be? It's not great. Definitely could be better. And then we can add just a final extra fully let's go mental. So we're going to grab ourselves a wiggle waggle. I mean, it's really a choice here. We either wiggle waggle it, which is cool, or we hookworm it, which is also pretty damn cool. The hookworm stopped working, so I guess wiggle waggle is our only and best choice. That's fair enough. So we're going to get ourselves my reflection, and we're also going to get ourselves proptosis, and this is where it's at now. This is the fully complete wonderful, because we just have ourselves some absolute glory in beautiful color, and that's what I need. Obviously, the only sad thing about this is, well, I mean, technically speaking, right, if we're going to be really super technical, we don't actually need the spacebar combo. We could effectively, at least I think we can, assuming it does work like this, which it should if you, like, double the item. Yeah, we could just permanently take new angelic prisms so that it permanently does it, so we have permanently the spacebar effect, which I guess isn't the worst idea in the world, right, you know, because that saves us effectively doing it in each room, which you know that we could, and just makes generally the whole thing a lot more enjoyable. So what happens if we press spacebar now? We just get one extra, so here we go. Oh, is that not awesome? Look at the colour, and then all of the little spots on the floor. Oh, I absolutely love it. I do wonder what it looks like if we go really high darkness. Not quite as good, but look at the glow after, actually. So we've got this huge glowing circle. Look at the specks of colour on the floor. they're really ridiculously bright as they drop away. I feel like about the halfway point might actually be pretty good for this. And how cool is it that the Synergy Lab is just so tricked out now with optional fun little extras? Don't you just love optional fun little extras? There were so many color flecks everywhere! Look at it! The entire floor is literally, it's an explosion in a ball pit. And I just love it. Oh, I so do. I cannot wait to explore other possibilities with this item. I really, really can't. So the thing is, I'm still going to use my spacebar on something like the Hush, because I might as well gain the extra tears. Yeah, I still do gain the extra tears, so that's something. Alright, Hush, I'm coming for you. Obviously, Proptosis does lower the damage a lot, but we have such high damage that it doesn't really matter. Whoa, alright, sudden Brimstone. Lovely. Would it have been a good one? Not really a crazy one. In fact, no, it's pretty bad. But I am going to have a Spirit Heart, because, you know, no matter how powerful or how labby you're doing, you at least need to tip your shops. Oh, we so nearly got it in one. So nearly. Wow, that's actually a really, really, really impressive amount of damage there. Look at that. And the flecks everywhere look blue. No, I need another one, And boom! Oh, this is so glorious. The prism of prisms being just wonderful and beautiful. And let's go unleash their fury upon the delirium. Ooh, that's a lot of bosses down there, which of course means that Sod's Law, this isn't where the delirium's going to be. Like, definitely not, but I can believe, alright? I can choose to believe, and that's the important. How did you survive my color storm? No way. So many flecks. I just love all my flecks. So many flecks. I just can't stand the rest. Flex. 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 I'm out of it now. Actually, imagine if you had a limited word count that I was allowed to say in videos. Like I had a finite amount of creativity. Yep, there's an easy insult in there somewhere. But I had a finite amount of creativity, and if the Isaac run just went on too long, then I ended up just... And that's just it. Like it just ends. I've run out of space, and there is nothing left. Brimstone with this. It's so good. It is just so good. And, I know a lot of you don't like glowy stuff, which is weird, and I don't agree with at all, but I do wonder how splitting, like, glowing holy shots and stuff is going to work with this. I've just got so much experimentation to do. Oh, it is great. For the first time in a while. I mean, actually, no, this happens each time new items get introduced, but I really start to feel like a proper synergy scientist one more, and that is fantastic. Alright, can I get to the point where I have ridiculous tears? How low will it let me go? That's the real question. I mean, it's still technically going. Will it let me go any further? Yes, we're at 12. Can I go to 8? I can go to 8. Will it actually let me go to 1? Oh my god, it's going to let me go to 1. And look how many I have! Aha! Oh my god! Get on my color level! This is the ultimate in brimstone technology. Oh my word. Yes. Oh, this is glorious day. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at it and that. Oh, it's like white lightning of different shades. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Also, I managed to totally bug it out earlier, so there was a permanent brimstone. I'm sad we couldn't do that in the run, but that's also a thing. But yeah. Man, there we go. Like you've enjoyed that gorgeousness. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you next time. Oh, goodbye. You've been